Dear Lori, how can I get my partner on board with conscious parenting? It isn't that he's resistant, but he's quick to anger and does not take my suggestions, or he'll get angry if I tell him how he can respond to our daughter better. I do it kindly and try to be as gentle as possible, but it doesn't ever go well. Also, when I try to bring it up, not in front of our daughter, he tells me that I am overreacting. I don't know how to work together with him on this. Please help. Oh, Kendra, you are not alone. Whether it's parents, peers, or partners, shifting to conscious parenting can be problematic for many of our closest relationships. Now, it's great that your partner isn't totally resistant, but even if he was, here's the secret. Nobody likes to be told what to do. So it's about understanding and sharing without judgment or criticism. Just like kids, adults put up defenses if they feel like they're being controlled or dominated. Even if your intentions are well-meaning, the person on the other end has their own beliefs, internal dialogue, and perceptions that color the way they hear things and how resourceful they are able to be in responding. Thankfully, compassionate communication has a remedy for this. When we want to communicate compassionately with someone, it's about finding common ground. How do I let this person know that I get him or her, while also sharing my needs and feelings? So my first suggestion for you is to offer help. If you see your partner reacting with blame, shame, judgment, guilt, or fear to your child, instead of attacking his choices or even calling them out, just reframe his language. You can even do that in your head if you need to, which will give you some time to access your compassion, and then offer to step in with help so that your partner can regroup, refocus, and have a moment to think. You can say something like, I think Daddy is saying that he is feeling upset about this, and then tell your partner, I can step in if you want to take a moment. Working together in support of each other without calling out his missteps is collaborative. Now you've still interrupted the negative pattern, but you've stepped in consciously without blame or judgment, giving your partner a chance to think and respond, and you've presented a united front in front of your daughter. No good cop, bad cop here. My next idea is for you to always say what you feel, not what you think. Whenever you use words like, I think you should be, or I need you to, or I want you to feel, it never endears people to us. Instead of saying something like, I think you should be more patient with her, you can try something like, I noticed you threw your arms up in the air earlier when Ellie wouldn't do her homework. It's frustrating for me too. Or instead of, I need you to not get so angry with her, it's not helping. You can try something like, I wish she didn't get so aggressive when we asked her to clean up her room. It's hard for me to stay calm as well. Telling the other person how you feel about the situation instead of what you think about them brings you closer to that common ground. It gives your partner a chance to respond without feeling threatened or devalued. You've only observed and shared. You haven't pointed fingers or made vague requests for your partner to be or feel a certain way. My next suggestion, appreciations go a long way. Appreciating what your partner does is a great way to soften the opening and bridge that connection gap. It's much easier to solve a problem together when you both feel valued for your contributions. So what is one thing that your partner does that makes him or her really capable or honorable or special? Try mentioning that before you start your opening. You could say something like, I appreciate that you always come back to connect with her after you guys disagree. Or, I'm thankful that you're willing to hear me out on this. Or, your ability to be so flexible with her is really important to me. I know that it's helping her learn to trust. And finally, my last suggestion is problem solve the particulars, but don't pick on personal choices. Instead of, you're always so harsh on her, or you give in too much, or you shouldn't be so hard on her, or you can't let her walk all over you, none of which build up communication. You can only get to problem solving once you start identifying what the real problems are and not critiquing each other's personal choices. So instead of commenting on what you see as the problem, try getting to the root of the conflict by sharing your needs and making active requests. You can say something like, I want to set the boundary for her with you together so that she sees we're working together. Would you be willing to talk about what we could do differently? Or, I agree with what you're saying about limits. I think what I need is for you to step in and uphold my limit with me when she resists and runs crying to you. Would that be something that you're able to do? This says, I want harmony. I want to be in unison. How about you? No two people are ever going to be in total agreement on how to interact, but what's most important is the tone that you set for your child. Not engaging in power plays, but using active listening skills and making actionable requests. That helps bring you closer and sets an important bar for your child, letting him or her know that it is possible to be respectful even during conflict. Okay, Kendra, that was my teachable moment for you, and I hope that these ideas helped you bridge the gap in communication between you and your partner. Now, what about you? Seeing eye to eye is never easy, and I'm sure that Kendra is not alone in her quest for more connection and shared understanding with her partner. Have you ever struggled with this? What are ways that you have been able to work together with your partner in parenting? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comments below, because you never know when your story might just be the inspiration that someone else needs to make the changes that they were looking for. Did you like this video? Because if you did, you can share it with someone that you love or on your favorite social media site, because when you share the love spreads. And if you want more weekly tips and tools like this, be sure to visit me over at teachthroughlove.com or subscribe right here on YouTube for all the latest updates and free classes. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, please remember, it's about consciousness, not perfection.